I'll never forget the sound of her screams. It wasn't just fear, it was something deeper, like her soul was being ripped apart. By the time we found her, she was kneeling in the middle of the forest, her hands clawing at the dirt, begging us to believe what she had seen. Her name was Amara. Everyone in the village knew she was beautiful. Too beautiful, some said, for her own good. Amara was proud of it, too. She would walk past the stream where we fetched water, her head high, her wrapper tied tightly to show her figure. She was kind enough, but she always had this way of making people feel small, like her beauty made her untouchable. One day, a stranger came to our village. He was tall, with skin smooth like polished wood and eyes so bright they looked golden in the sun. Nobody recognized him, but we all assumed he was from one of the neighboring villages. He introduced himself as Obina. He had this calm, confident way of speaking, and Amara was immediately drawn to him. He started visiting her every evening, walking her by the stream and bringing her gifts, beads, cowries, fruits she'd never seen before. The rest of us noticed how strange he was. He never greeted the elders properly, and he never ate or drank at our gatherings. But Amara didn't care. She was smitten. One night, Amara announced that she and Obina were going to marry. She said he wanted to take her to his village to meet his family. The elders were suspicious, but Amara wouldn't hear it. "You're just jealous," she said, her voice sharp. "None of you will ever know a love like this." They left the next morning, but when night fell, Amara came back alone. She was barefoot, her clothes torn, and her face covered in scratches. She collapsed at the edge of the village, crying uncontrollably. We gathered around her, demanding to know what had happened. At first, she couldn't speak. But when she did, her words sent chills through everyone. "He's not a man," she whispered. "He's something else." She told us how they had walked deep into the forest until the path disappeared. Obina had stopped suddenly and turned to her, smiling. But his smile wasn't human anymore. His teeth were too sharp, his eyes too bright. His skin started to stretch and ripple like water, and his voice, she said it sounded like 100 voices speaking at once. She ran, but the forest wasn't the same. The trees closed in around her, their roots reaching for her feet. She said she heard him laughing, calling her name, telling her she could never escape. When the sun rose, she found herself back at the edge of the forest, bruised and shaking. She believed the creature let her go, but not before whispering in her ear, "You think beauty will save you? Beauty means nothing to the forest." Amara never went near the stream again. She stopped wearing her beads and refused to look in mirrors. She became a shadow of the girl we used to know. Some say the creature was a spirit sent to teach her a lesson. Others think it was just her imagination. But I'll never forget the sound of her screams. They still echo in my mind every time I walk past the edge of that forest.